You're on air.
Hello, welcome to the news on NT International. I am Dennis at Louis. Let's begin with the headlines.
Play. Read.
Former President Obasanjo calls for unity in Africa as intra-African trade fair gets underway in Algeria.
Read.
First Lady Remi Tinubu unveils new national competition, Green Nigeria Challenge.
Read.
And European powers condemn Israel's strikes on Qatar.
Coming to you. You're on air.
Made in Nigeria products are taking the spotlight again, expanding into new markets and attracting fresh demand across Africa. Comfort Amadu reports from the 2025 Intra-African Trade Fair, where Nigerian businesses are pitching their strengths and forging connections with key players on the continent.
Play.
How do you think now?
Nigeria is making a bolder statement on the global stage with its dynamic participation at the IATF 2025, showcasing a diverse range of products, innovations and investment opportunities, positioning itself as a key driver of in 2027. From Algiers, Nigeria and Comfort Amadu. News.
You're on air.
And at the Intra-African Trade Fair in Algeria, former President Olusegun Obasanjo had a message that Africa must unite to achieve the Africa we want.
Play.
He told global and trade leaders that rhetoric is no longer enough, only concrete action and political will. Pushing that the continent be ready not just to trade, but to thrive.
Coming to you. You're on air.
Vice President Kashim Shettima has called for collective action to actualize the administration's skills acquisition drive, saying the era of working in isolation is over. He gave the charge during the 7th meeting of the National Council on Skills at the Presidential Villa. State House correspondent Abdurrahman Jibrila reports.
The skills revolution is one of the promises of the Tinubu administration to Nigerians. From the State House,
Coming to you.
Rahman Jibrila, NTA News.
You're on air.
Minister of Foreign Affairs Yusuf Tuga has congratulated Sheikh Yang on his appointment as Minister of Foreign Affairs of Senegal.
Play.
The new foreign minister, until his appointment, was...
Coming to you. You're on air.
Let's go to Zambia now, where the country's technology and science minister, Felix Mutati, says it is time for African countries to share best practices in industrial and skills development. He was speaking at the opening of the Industrial Skills Week, Africa, in Lusaka.
Play.
What I'm expecting is that we need acceleration, we need to be impacted, and not just by words, we need actions.
With the Tazara in the early years when it was initially constructed.
The high unemployment levels among the youths on the continent.
Stand by. Coming to you. You're on air.
The Minister of State for Foreign Affairs, Bianca Ojukwu, says Nigeria remains committed to deepening the strong Nigeria-Angola bilateral relations for the mutual benefit of both countries, signaling a strong and renewed partnership.
Play.
This was when she declared open the 5th session of the Nigeria-Angola Bilateral Economic Joint Commission in Luanda, Angola. The Minister pointed out part of the outcomes at the closing that include activation of the Joint Commission, MOUs covering strategic sectors such as education, health, defense, banking, oil and gas, aviation, culture, youth developments, media, and many more. Furthermore, 2 twinning agreements between Nigerian and Angolan states, Bielsa, Namibe and Nasarawa Bengal, are also in consideration. 13 out of 19 agreements have been finalized and signed by both countries in the session, and 4 working groups have been tasked to streamline future cooperation.
Coming to you on air.
Research institutes in West Africa and their international partners are worried that the poor funding mechanisms from ECOWAS member countries